Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for September 6, 2019. Today we're taking a look at the GBPUSD Great British Pound versus US dollar for today's trade analysis. Starting here on the daily time frame, we can see it's currently in a downtrend. Long term, we see the downtrend going all the way up here from the very top of the chart into the 1.338060 level. That's the blue shaded area, top left hand corner of the chart. Of course, in recent weeks we've seen it in a sharper downturn as it pushed all the way down to the lows just underneath the 1.2000 level at the very bottom of the chart. So very interesting long-term downtrend. However, in the past 3 days or so, we've seen some pullback, some correction, and a turnaround here for the pound dollars is pushed back now from 2000 all the way back up to 1.2345, the pink shaded area capping out our current resistance highs. Now it's important for me to recognize, of course, coming up today in about 40 minutes or so from the recording of this video, significant news for the US, non-farm payrolls, earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate popping up at 8:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time could change everything we're talking about here. If it's significantly positive or negative for the U.S. dollar sentiment after that news, we could see this rise or fall based on that news. So definitely want to pay attention to that. Probably be prudent to wait for any new trade setups until after that news is over and you see what the sentiment for the dollar will be. But anyway, long-term downtrend, 3 days been moving higher. We have made a new higher high. Let's go ahead and zoom it in one time. We talked about this in the trade room this week, that we had this former high right here where the green shaded area and blue circle is former high, and now we've seen a new higher high. And that is the potential shift of a trend pattern where the downtrend has lower highs, lower lows. We now see a higher high. Of course, it hadn't created a higher low yet, but we see a higher high. So very interesting there. If that's going to continue, we look for support. If we're going to start looking for long opportunities, which is basically short dollar, by the way, we look for buying into the green zone, dipping into support, or we could potentially even see it back down here towards the purple zone and the black trend line as support. So we have two potential areas for buying scenarios looking for continued reversal for the GBPUSD. Now, that's not necessarily the case. Of course, it could just break out above the pink shaded area and continue to go up on news. If we get significantly negative or poor sentiment for the US dollar after the news, it could just simply break right back above 123.45 pink zone and continuous journey higher. So, buying scenarios above the pink zone, dip to the green or the purple zone become our options for trade setups after we see what the sentiment is after non-farm payrolls. The other side of the picture is we are reaching a significant resistance high. It's come up here to the pink zone yesterday, stalled out today so far, holding underneath 1.232545. So if we're looking at this as a point of reversal and continuation of the downtrend, again, positive USD at this point, we may be looking at reversal indications from the pink zone. A turn under the green zone may signal a continuation back to the purple zone. And of course, under there, we might even look for the resumption of the downtrend and a new low being made here for the pound dollar. So right now, it's all about this pink and green zone today. Will it bounce off the green zone, break through the pink zone, and go higher on negative USD sentiment, or will it bounce off the pink zone, break through the green zone, and push lower on positive USD sentiment? We don't have any more news coming out of the UK, at least scheduled on the news calendar. There's no news coming out of the UK expected. Now, could we get some random news about Brexit? Sure, that could happen. So you'll also want to protect yourself in case and evidence of that. So we'll see how that plays out. 4-hour time frame, again, doesn't really change it. Just gives us kind of a zoomed in view of what's happening in the past couple of hours. There's our last resistance. We're now finding support right there. Obviously found resistance at the pink shaded area in the past several hours. Zoom it in one time. Let's take a trend line and just draw a trend line here. So this is interesting as well because we're now underneath that blue trend line, because our high of that trend, the blue trend, the high is right here, and we're actually below that high right now. So everything to the right of that high is not really yet part of the uptrend. Does that make sense? Everything to the right of the high is not part of the uptrend yet. So in that case, we're actually below that short-term blue trend line. And again, a break under the green zone returns back down to the purple zone. Again, positive sentiment would send this lower. Negative sentiment, maybe a bounce off of here. If you're going to speculate prior to the news, buy or sell guessing the news, try to get as close as possible to the pink or the green zone to limit your risk and give you higher potential reward. Buyers considering the green zone or the purple zone as a possible opportunity above the pink zone or a break of the green zone, selling back down towards the purple zone for the pound dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.